Hey everyone, this is Marguerite Ashton. Thanks for joining me on Dollhouses from Scratch. This is just a quick run through video as I show you a quick update. I am going to go ahead and take the stain and apply it on the inside as I've discussed with you before. Just trying to kind of keep it simple using the sponge. It gets the wider spaces and the tip and the corner of the sponge can get right where you need it in the corners of the squares. And right now, just quick broad strokes. So try to keep this simple and moving through so you can see me creating the one-on-one with you for staining the inside. And as I told you before, you only want to use just enough. You do not want to drown the sponge, otherwise it just makes a mess. So kind of keeping it simple. Maybe to know what's going to work for you, you can take it and just do something, do a test with the sponge, dab just enough to see what will work for you. And I do both sides. And I'm now doing the other side. I know you can't see, but again, I'm just trying to do a quick run through. And I'm moving over the piece that is for the French doors, which you'll see later on here in a bit, how it's going to fit inside. When it is ready to be installed. Now, if you've noticed from where you could see, I just did the bottom of the inside of the conservatory. I'm also getting along the side of the trims underneath the windows. I'm getting at the very bottom, if you remember, because I will think of it maybe as quote-unquote baseboards if you were remodeling a home. Well, you get that nice and stained, and then the floor will be changed. It will not be the wood, and I will show you the different types of floorings that I'm thinking of choosing from. Here we go with the windows. And underneath, along, and up between the windows and the French doors. And anything that I have missed is what I want to get with the sponge as best as I can. Going up along the sides, working not to touch the windows. Any excess, I just dab along with my paper towel and then start fresh. So that I can continue staining where I need to be. If you have too much on your sponge and you go back to stain certain areas that are starting to dry, you will have to redo the entire spot again. So I like to dab my sponge into the stain, smooth it out on the paper towel, and then just touch it up a little more in the spot where I see that I may have missed, and it blends just perfectly. Again, right up in between the windows. I am currently thinking in my head that I better not touch the windows with the stain, or I will not be happy at all, because I'll have to redo the windows all over. Once the stain on the finished windows, if it was to come in contact with the dove gray, you literally would have to resand and hope that the stain comes out, and then repaint it with the dove gray. Up in between, right next to the French doors, this is coming along so well, and Even though this is the first round of stain, it's looking very nice. I will touch it up and fix anything that needs to be fixed off video. Doing this allows me to show you what I was thinking. Here we go. I'm going to go ahead and turn it around. You're going to see the thick of it. I like to think of it as a rough draft. As a writer, that's something, of course, I'd come up with that word. But I'm loving how it's turning out. All through the inside, and again, the colors are working very well. The brown with the dove gray. Now, for the French doors, as I mentioned before, I have to have tape. I'm going to use this to seal the French doors. So, and you'll see me just put, I will not install, but it's a step that uses to keep the doors closed. Using some simple yellow crafting tape. It's one of my favorite. They come in all different colors, and it works very well. Put it on the inside, across both doors, so that when I go ahead and install the cosmetic piece for the French doors, they will not move